What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. So I realised it has been a while since I updated you on some of the figs that I've been decaling recently, and I've got quite a few done, so I thought in today's video I would show off all the different figs that I've done in the past couple of weeks / the last month or so. Before we get into the video though guys, make sure to smash that big red subscribe button if you have not already. Only 40% of you guys watching this video are subscribed right now, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date on my content. So I don't know about you guys who decal, but I love to keep all of my decaled figs right in front of me on a little stand like this. So it motivates me to do more decals and sort of get more figures done so I can fill up the stand and pack it out even more. Obviously there are a few figs on that stand that haven't been done recently or weren't decaled by me, so I'm leaving them on there and I'm just going to be showing you guys the ones that I've done in the last month or so. Right, but let's get these figures out of the way and show you every figure individually one by one. First up, we actually have a squad of clones, not just one individual clone, but I will be looking at these individually. We have Validus squad, so if you guys don't know, this was actually a made up legion for a collaboration that Rebel Lug did, which is a lug that make mocks together, and they all made a mock individually. And they had these clones featuring in all of the different mocks on a mission on this planet called Laceropes. This was such a cool mission. I'll leave a link up in the top corner of the video if you guys want to go check out the full showcase. These guys were designed by AV Figures and are actually not for sale anymore. They've been retired, but I love the way they look and I think they look fantastic, and I'm so glad I got my hands on them before they shoot up in price. The first member of the squad is Sharp. This is the leader of the squad, I believe, indicated by that one dot on his torso, but this is probably one of the coolest ones. I love the way the helmet looks with those blue lines wrapping over the top. The next fig in the squad is actually called Checkers, and this is probably the coolest design I think out of the whole squad. I love those checkered designs on his arm and on his helmet as well. I believe he is the second in command and I actually did him last, so I think he turned out the best out of all the figs. So this next one is actually called Brutus. Now he probably caused me the most problems. He doesn't have a very complicated design, but somehow I messed up the helmet, so I had to buy a full set of decals for the entire squad. I brought them all together just in case I messed up any other ones. And for some reason I messed up his helmet, but he's really cool looking nonetheless. I love the print on the torso as well as that helmet as well. It's pretty cool. Then last up we have Jules. He's probably got some of the cooler markings as well as those red lines, which are really awesome as well. Love the way this guy turned out and love that marking on his shoulder as well. Let me know what your favourite member of the Validus squad is in the comment section down below. I actually now have a few spare decal sheets for these guys, so I might either sell them or potentially try and mash them up and make my own little couple of extras to this squad, maybe some grunts or something like that I can make using these extra decals. I think that might be something really cool that I could potentially do. Let me know what you think I should do in the comment section down below. The next fig I have to show you guys is a pilot that we saw in Season 7 of the Clone Wars, I believe. This is the Spearmint pilot from AV Figures again. I think this was a really fun one to do. It was my first ever pilot that I've ever done. I think it came out really well. I think the body was probably one of my best bodies, apart from that little bit on the right foot there, which is slightly flaked off since I sealed it. Not sure why that happened. Also the helmet, for some reason I think the helmet mold was a little bit too long on the nose for this decal because it didn't quite line up there, but I did the best I could and I think it turned out pretty cool. Let me know what you think of this guy again in the comment section. So let's take a break from the figs for a second and have a look at these awesome shields that I decaled recently. So these are from a guy on Instagram named Tyne. I'll leave a link and a pop up on screen to his page right there. But these are really awesome. Obviously I think they were about $4.50 for the pack of the decal and the actual shield itself. I think they look really cool and I think they will be definitely cool to use in some mocks soon. The last full AV Figures Clone Trooper that I've done this month is this Clone Trooper Kix. This is the medic for the 501st if you don't know him. He is one of my favourite Clone Troopers in the entire Grand Army of the Republic. I already have him in an animated style that I didn't do myself, but this guy is fantastic. I actually didn't decal the helmet. I bought a sort of like a starter kit, kind of half done kit from a guy named Master Builder 42 who also did the backpack, which looks amazing as well. But I did the whole body and I think it turned out pretty well. If you're enjoying this video and you love custom clone troopers, then go check out my second account, SWBricksClones. This is where I post tons and tons of photos of all the different clone troopers that are in my clone army. We're getting so close to 1,000 followers over there, so make sure you go check it out and drop it a follow whilst you're over there, so you don't miss out on seeing all of the custom clone troopers that I add to my clone army. These next 4 clone troopers are half decaled, half printed. So these have AV Figures helmets, which I decaled myself, with minifig customs bodies. These are really awesome, and this is definitely something I'm going to be doing more of in the future. I just think it's way more durable to have the printed bodies down there and then the awesome looking realistic helmets on top. I think this is just the best way to go, and I think I'm going to be doing this with a lot more of my clone troopers very soon. And I will be posting a full video going over this very shortly on my channel, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. This next figure is the one decal fig that I've done that isn't a clone trooper, and this is ObiWan in clone armor. So this is from the 2003 OG Clone Wars TV show. I think this guy looks sick. I sadly pulled the hips and the torso apart and it ripped off the decal that was on the hip piece, which doesn't usually happen. I don't know why this happened. Maybe it's the type of decal that Thicky uses, but I don't know what happened here. So I actually had to rip the full decal off of the hip piece. There should be sort of like more of a seamless transition, but I still think this looks really, really good. And I will be making more of these guys to sell very shortly. So if you're looking for one, hit me up on Instagram. Speaking of figs that I've made to sell, I actually made 2 of these Sgt Hounds. So these have the Camino Trooper bodies with the CAC helmets and Cape Cantina cloths. These look really fantastic. Sadly, I'm not going to be keeping either of those for myself. I think I will be selling these guys. So if you want to pick them up, DM me on Instagram with any offers that you have for them. On the topic of ARF troopers, I actually made this Trauma, but he has sadly had a bit of an accident. Basically, my mum knocked him off the shelf whilst he was drying, and yeah, he's lost an arm and a leg, so you could say he's suffered a lot of trauma himself. But yeah, really, really annoyed that this happened, but I will be definitely getting some more decal sheets in to fix this guy very soon, because I'm pretty happy with the way the rest of the fig turned out. This last fig that I have on hand right now is this Thicky Bricky Munilist 10 Trooper. I think this is a really, really cool fig. I love the eyes on top of his helmet right there. And I think this came out quite well. I'm not sure about the blue that wraps around his mouth area. I don't know why it sort of like overlaps his mouth there, but I think it looks pretty cool nonetheless. And I definitely like to have him in the clone army. So there've been quite a few figs that I've done for commissions that I don't actually have on hand anymore because I've obviously sent them to the person who bought them. But first up we have this Echo and Fives. Really like the way they came out. And then I did this commission which was really awesome. It includes Dogma, Hound, and also an Arc Trooper Apo, which was a fun one to do. He was kind of a mismatched fig. Talking of mismatched figs, we have 4 Devices right here. These were for Red Bricks Productions. These look really, really cool. These kind of like his own little squad that he made for a mock he's going to be doing. So for the same guy who ordered the Arc Trooper Apo, he actually ordered a second order and he got another Arc Trooper body as well as 2 327th regular figs, a 327th Bly, and then a 327th Heavy as well. And I think these guys were really, really clean figs that I really enjoyed making. Next up I made a Rex for someone as well as a Rex and a Shock Trooper for a giveaway, and then I also made 3 Shock Troopers the other day for my friend CT4747. I think these turned out really, really well. These are some of the best Jonak figs I've ever done, I must say. So there we go guys, that is all of the figs that I've done recently, both for my own personal collection and also for commissions and for sale and that sort of thing. As always, if you're looking for any figs, any Jonak figs or Thicky figs, DM me on Instagram and I can sort you out. I have really good prices and I hope you guys do like the figs that I've been making for people. Let me know what your favourite fig in this whole video was. I've got to say the Valadis squad are probably my #1, although I do love that Spearmint pilot as well. Also the Kicks, of course, he's my favourite clone trooper, so I definitely put him up there in the list. I think the ObiWan was quite a cool one. It's a shame his face was a bit dinged up when I got it from Bricklink, but I definitely will be getting more faces and more hair pieces and stuff to sell in the very near future. But yeah guys, let me know if this is something you'd like to see more often. Maybe I could do this every other month or every month or even every 2 weeks or something like that whenever I get some figs done. But let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. As always, subscribe if you are new to the channel and you love custom clone troopers, and have a fantastic rest of your day guys. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.